It's Aloha Friday, my friends. Oh, let's do that again. Ha! Gee-hoo! It's Aloha Friday, my friends. It's a good day. We've been working all week to get to this day, and we've got our Aloha attire on. Nice Ren's Aloha shirt. Remember, when you go to Hawaii, you got to make sure you got the right business attire every Friday, which is Aloha Friday. Ladies, make sure you get your moo-moos ready to rock. Now, come on, my friends. What are we going to do today? We're going to get some skills. We're going to learn a few things. Hey, you got to check this out right here. Look. Boom, right there. We're going to do a real boom right there. And what we're going to learn today is we're going to learn how to write formulas in Excel. And we're going to start out with a basic here. We're going to, what is this? Is this 65 or 110? Some of y'all are looking at going, hey, 5 plus 6 is 11 times 10. That's 110. But then again, you might be wrong, because if I look at the answer here and I have Excel tell me what the answer is 65. And you said what? 110? Boo. So we're going to learn why it is like this. Then when I teach you the order of operations, then we're going to slide on down and solve this one right here. But you go and do it yourselves. Don't have Excel do it. Then we're going to work our way into formulas. We're going to learn the operators. Then you're going to get to try to write your own formula, where you're going to go right ahead and take the price, multiply it times the tax, add in the shipping. What's the total? We're going to learn how to write a formula there. We're going to learn absolute references. We're going to learn relative references, and we're going to learn references. A2 is a reference. What does it reference? Cell A2. Then we're going to do an auto sum. We're going to start working our way into the world of functions. Learn how to write a basic formula and get introduced to functions. And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and teach you techniques like this. Check it out. Why, instead of going through and summing everything individually, why don't we just go ahead and do this? Whoops. Let's try that one more time. You got to push the right button. There you have it. Instead of sitting there and summing one at a time, sum them all at once. But in order to do that, there's a few techniques that we've got to apply, right? Selecting non-adjacent ranges and then understanding how to find the right shortcuts. And then the last thing we're going to do today, and I'm going to fly through this, okay? I'm going to be going fast, but not so fast, but kind of fast. But no worries, because you can always come back and check out the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership. All you got to do is go to myexcel.club. Check out the links in the description for this video. And sign up for the 7 Steps to Excel Success. Look, check it out right here. You're going to get, let's do this in yellow, 3 free day trial. And then it's just $7 a month. And you can just keep getting yourself some skills. Yes, that kind of stuff makes me happy, because over here at Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, we say keep on learning and don't get mad, get skills. We're going to be getting ourselves some skills. And then the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to learn about 3D reference. Yeah. What's that? 3D reference? Look, check it out. We got first quarter sales, second quarter sales, third quarter sales, fourth quarter sales. And then we got our summary. You should always have a summary sheet, because not everybody wants to go through all of your spreadsheets. I know, we love our spreadsheets, but not everybody else loves our spreadsheets. Sometimes people just want to know the answer, the summary. So we're going to learn how to sum all these cells, how to take the totals from Q1 all the way to Q4 and put them right in here. 3D referencing. You're going to be hearing angels all the time. And angels is what you want to hear whenever you get the right answer in Excel. And I'm going to introduce you to the Excel Formula Bot right over here. The Excel Formula Bot. Hey, maybe that's better if I do it in blue. The Excel Formula Bot. And the Excel Formula Bot, I've got the add-in right here. You can check on my YouTube channel, if wherever you're watching this, And over the last month, I've done about 4 hours worth of Excel Formula Bot. And in one particular episode, we had Dan Bressler. He's the developer of the Excel Formula Bot, letting us know how he went about and developing this cool tool, my secret weapon, the Excel Formula Bot. It's AI. It makes formulas for you, and it also explains formulas to you. But before you can even use the AI Formula Bot, you got to know the basics. Because if you don't know the basics, you don't even know what to ask it. I got to get my password for here, so I'm going to go to my other, I know my email for sure. It's billywigley.com. And then on the live streams, you know that we're learning together. A lot of these live streams, I don't plan them out. Well, plan them out right before I do them. But it's so that we can learn together. So that you can learn that when you know the 7 steps to Excel success, the basics, you can keep building into it and growing and learning and getting yourself some skills and watching your career take off. Set the right mood. Get a little bit of music in the background to entertain us while Billy finds his password to the Excel Formula Bot. You know, I should just start using the same password all the time. That way I only got one password to think about. No? I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I would suggest you use the password recommendations. There it is, the Excel Formula Bot. Ooh, but I got to put in a special code so that it shows me there we go. Copy the password. Now I'm going to paste it right in here. I hope you don't see it. Boom. Oh, there it is. Now you got my password. I got a 1-year subscription to it, so go ahead and help yourself. Just use that password for the Excel Formula Bot. And in one of my previous videos, I showed you how to install the add-in for the Excel Formula Bot. So remember to go check out my YouTube channel. If you're not watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know what to do, right? Like and subscribe. You got to turn off the little notification icon because, you know, I stream Monday through Friday sometime before 11 p.m. And it's always sometime before 11 p.m. because I like to be at the gym by 11:30. So we got to get the stream done and get some skills out there before 11. So make sure you turn on your notifications so that you can get notified. Those of you that follow me on LinkedIn, as soon as I start streaming, that's why at the beginning of my stream is last a little bit over 2 minutes. Just giving everybody time to get the notification. Join us. We can get skills together. Look at this Excel Formula Bot right here. You can not only generate a formula, but explain the formula. Maybe today we'll have it explain the formula. And in another day, we'll have it generate some formulas when we got some more complicated, like some VLOOKUPs. I don't know. We might try it today. So let's put the Excel Formula Bot away. I love AI. I'm realizing that AI is making my job even more important. My job that is really not a job. My job that is just what I do. Share knowledge with you so that your life can continue to improve and you can achieve all those goals. And we got to start out our day. It's Aloha Friday with some good vibes like the 6-item list. That's right. Oh, yeah. Every day we follow the 6-item list because, you know, we've all got big lists. You know, you're never going to get that done in one day. So break it down to a 6-item list. And there's one basic 6-item list that we follow all the time, every single day at Don't Get Mad, Get Skills. And the first item is choose to be happy because we got the ability to decide. You choose, my friend. You choose to be happy. Wake up in the morning and then just say, hey, it's Aloha Friday. I'm going to be happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Don't let it upset you that I'm happy. Choose to be happy and make a plan to be happy. Make a plan, whatever it is. What's bothering you? Working hard at trying to solve how to do something in Excel. You can't find the right YouTube video. You've seen 15 YouTube videos and you still can't do a next lookup. 7 steps to Excel success. Make a plan to join the 7 steps to Excel success VIP membership. And don't get mad, get skills. Because why get mad? You can't think straight. Get yourself some skills instead. Do it now. Whatever it is you're going to do. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and learn how to write formulas in Excel. And the very first thing we got to do is we got to go back to some Excel basics. We got to go back to something we learned like in 2nd grade. And a whole lot of people, I mean, I've traveled, I don't know, almost every single state in the United States. I think there's only 5 I haven't been to. I've taught Excel in just about every single state in the United States except 5 states. I've taught all over Canada. I can spell Saskatchewan. Sally always sells kisses at the church hall every Wednesday at noon. Boom! That's how you spell Saskatchewan. Prince George. Kamloops. Wine country. All these cool places. Mexico. All kinds of places I've been teaching Excel, and you would be amazed. Here in the U.S., it's like we forgot our math. Because when I ask this question in any other country, people know the answer. So what is it? Is this 50? Is this 110 or 65? What is it? So if you're saying it's 110 because you're looking at this and saying 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 10 or times 10 is 110. Well, let's see what Excel tells us. So what we got right here. So when you're writing a formula in Excel, the very first thing you do is you put in an equal sign. That way Excel knows that it's a formula. When you look at the formula bar, which indicates the contents of a cell, and here's the name box that tells us what cell our marquee is in. Excel basics. Excel thinks that this is not a formula because what it sees first is that little apostrophe that I put right there. And so now it doesn't think it's a formula. But the moment I remove that, and now there's only an equal sign left, and I press enter, now Excel is going to say, boom, that's a formula. Let me solve it for you. Press Control Z to undo. Let me minimize this. And if you're saying to yourself, Billy, how did you get 65? Well, it's because we got to remember the order of operations. And in the order of operations, we have parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Just like that. What you see right here, this is called a custom fill series. That comes another day. So now that we've got right here, this is the order of operations. Excel knows the order of operations. Excel knows what to do in what order. You need to know the order of operations. Because Excel is just going to give you an answer. It's going to calculate. Excel is really good, really smart, and really fast at calculating. And it's going to calculate whatever you tell it to calculate. And if you tell it to calculate the wrong thing, it's going to calculate the wrong thing real good, real fast. And you're going to have the wrong answer real good, real fast. You are in control. You are the brains of Excel. Remember that. Just like AI. Don't be scared of AI. Some people tell me, oh, Billy, AI is going to take my job. AI is going to take your job, Billy, too. No, it's not. I'm using it. The only job that AI is going to take is the job of the people that don't know how to use it. Extend your brain power. All right. So the best way that I can remember the order of operations is just like this. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And that's how we remember the order of operations. First, we do parentheses. Are there any parentheses in here? No. Then we do any exponents. Exponents would be like 2 to the 5th power, something like that. Do we have any multiplication? Yes, we do. 6 times 10 right here. So let's do that first and then rewrite the formula. There we have it. We've done our multiplication. Do we have any division? No. Do we have addition? Yes, we do. 5 plus 6 is 65. And there you have it. Now, what is Excel trying to tell me? Numbers stored as text. Let's just ignore this error. We're fine right here. That could be another lecture right there, a whole nother live stream on why that error message appeared or that warning. It's not a big deal right now anyways. So let's go right ahead right here and put in that order of operations one more time that we created using our custom field series. Please excuse my dear and sound. Let's go ahead and solve this. Come on. Don't plug it into Excel. Just do it right here. And if you're saying, Billy, I can't plug it into Excel because I don't have that Excel spreadsheet. This Excel spreadsheet right here that we're learning from, 7 steps to Excel success, VIP members have it. So the first thing we're looking for is here, parentheses. And it looks like we have parentheses right here. So we're going to do that calculation. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then let's just rewrite this formula. There we've got the 6. Now, do we have any exponents? No, we don't. Correct. And now let's take a look. Let me go back over here to chat just in case. Hey, Thomas. Aloha, my friend. How are you? See, I knew I had to go to the chat. And there's a little bit of delay. So when you chat, it takes just a few seconds before I see it. So there you have it. Right on. Any questions you have, Thomas, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer. So now let's go right ahead. And let's do multiplication. That's 6 times 6. So let's slide it on down. And now we've done the multiplications, 36. Now we want to do division, which is what we got right here. Do we know the symbols, the operators? These are the operators in Excel. Let me just go right ahead and copy them for you right here. Let's put them right in here so we can see them. Right click, and let's make that background purple. Ooh, and let's give it a white font. Boom. When in doubt, right click. Nothing happens. Left click. Nothing happens. Alt FT. Check your options. Let's go right ahead and click on the format painter. Boom. Copy the format right on over. And we're good right now. So check it out. Here's your operators. Parentheses, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Let me go ahead and hide myself so you can see them right there. All right, now let's get back to our formula. Boom, I'm back. So now we have the division, 36 divided by 3. And here we have, 36 divided by 3, we have 12. And then we have addition, 3 plus 12 is 15. And then we've got subtraction, 15 minus 7 is gonna be 8. And if you said 8, congratulations. So now let's keep on rolling, my friends. Ooh, anybody else? We got Thomas from Slovakia. We got Tony from Singapore checking us out. Right on. Who else? Come on, join us. So now we know the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Yeah, I know you learned it in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Now we're just refreshing your memory. Now let's get into our formulas over here. We know the operators. We want to write a formula right in here. That is cell C3. How do I know it's cell C3? We can just look at the name box and it tells us that that is C3. How do I know that's called the name box? Because Excel told me. All you got to do is open the maka. It's Aloha Friday. Let's learn a Hawaiian word. Maka means eyes. Just open your eyes. And right there, when you open your eyes, you see. I got to see where I'm at. I got these monitors. I'm right up there. The name box is that. Look, how do I know that's a formula bar? Because when I hovered over it, Excel tells me it's a formula bar. Excel Basics, 7 steps to Excel success. Now let's get right into this formula. What we want to do is we're going to take 12 plus 8. What's the total right there? So we can just, what we just learned, what's the very first thing that we enter when we're writing a formula? Come on now. How do we command Excel? Because we rule Excel. We say, Excel, do this. What does this look like? An equal sign. Sideways peace sign, Billy. No, it's an equal sign. So we put in the equal sign first because look, hey, check it out. What if I just say, hey, look, that's 12 plus 8. Now I'm going to press enter and let's see what happens. Nothing happened. Nothing. Because we didn't tell Excel what to do. Excel is looking at this and Excel saying that's just numbers. 12 plus 8. So we're going to tell Excel, hell, you know, Excel, we want you to do a calculation. So we put an equal sign. 12 plus 8. And then now let's see what happens. Woo! We got a 20. Yeah, 12 plus 8 is 20. 12, 20. That's right. All right, so we're going to make this 0. So before I press enter, my friends, 12 plus 0, the total is going to be 20. Stupid Excel. Stupid Excel doesn't know. And you start to get all mad and you're like ready to quit your job. You're on fever, trying to find somebody, an Excel user that can do a little simple formula for you. But no, 7 steps to Excel success. VIP members don't need to do that. Let me show you. We're not writing a formula like this. When we're writing a formula in Excel, we're using cell referencing. So here we're going to go. Here we're going to get into cell referencing. So what we're doing in Excel, listen up. Listen up. This is important. What we're doing in Excel is we're adding, dividing, multiplying, subtracting cells. It's the contents of the cells that changes. Everything else remains relative. You got that? Play it back. All right. So when you're using the formula in the cell, you're adding, in Excel, you're adding, dividing, multiplying, dividing, subtracting, and the like. Cells. It's the and in the formula remains the same. It's the contents of the cells that changes. So here we have it. Here's what I'm talking about. We want to take the contents of whatever's in this cell and add it to whatever's in this cell. So then we say that's A3. We're going to type A3. So this formula is equal to A3, and then we got to press the operator, plus B3. Now notice the color coding in here. Now you notice I typed in A3 plus B3. Now I can just go ahead and press enter, and there's my answer. A3 plus B3. Excel color coded. The B is this red. The A is right here. It's just to help us, because when we start getting more complicated formulas, you're going to want to be able to visualize things. So now let me show you another way here. So here, watch this. I'm going to make amount to be 0. So 12 plus 0 is 12. That's right. The numbers change, the contents of the cells change, but the cell references remain the same. So let me go ahead and delete this. The first step in writing a formula is type in the equal sign. And then we can easily just say, hey, Excel, the formula is equal to this, click, and then we type the operator, plus click, that. So we just point and click. I just clicked. I said, Excel, give me A3 plus B3, just like that. And then I just press enter, and there we have it. And now if I change this to 8, boom, it's working. So what this is called is cell referencing. This formula references cell A3 and cell B3. And you notice how they're color coded, right? So check this out. No color, bad. Color, good. No color, bad. Good, bad. Whoops. Good, bad. Whoops. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good. Color's good. And now we're going to copy this formula down so we don't have to write it anymore. We can just go right ahead and grab our autofill handle, which is this right here. And then we can just left click and grab it and drag down. Boom. And our cell references are going to remain relative. These are relative cell references. Let's check this out. Thomas, you want to do a VLOOKUP? I'm doing some really basic here, but you know, let me go through this one right here, and then let's do a VLOOKUP right after this one. Okay, everybody, we're gonna take a break from this. We're gonna do a VLOOKUP, and maybe it's a good opportunity for us to try the Excel formula bot. All right, so I've got A3 plus B3. This one is A4 plus B4, and this one is A5 plus B5. And that means that this is relative referencing. The formula remained the same. A3 plus B3. We just moved down. Now it's A4 plus B4. Relative cell referencing. Let me go right over here really quickly. I got a quick question. Let me go into this other spreadsheet where I've got a VLOOKUP right here. All right. So the way that a VLOOKUP works is what, where, which. VLOOKUP means vertical lookup. So we've got all of this data right here, and it's organized vertically. And we want to look up, for example, the employee ID. We want to know the employee name that's related to that employee ID. In other words, when I put in this employee ID 3325, who's the employee? And we can even say, hey, let's put another VLOOKUP in here and look up the department. So it's a vertical lookup. And when you're thinking in VLOOKUP terms, you're thinking of what, where, which. And that's going to be, what are we looking for? We're looking for the employee ID. Where are we looking it up in? We're looking it up in this range. And when we find the matching value, which column is it in? Is it going to be in column number 1? Is it going to be in column number 2? Or is it going to be in column number 3? So Thomas, the columns, it's when you're looking at a range of data for your VLOOKUP, it's not going to be column A, column B, column C. It's going to be column number 1, 2, and 3. For example, if this is where the range of data was, this would be column 1. This would be column 2. This would be column 3. And this would be column 4. Remember that. It's not F, G, H, I. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 because it's a separate range all by itself. So let's go and type in an equal sign. Equals V. And then the moment I put in a V, I begin to see all the functions that begin with a V. And there's the VLOOKUP. So I click on the VLOOKUP and it tells me what it does. It looks for a value in the leftmost column. All right. And then returns a value in the same row for a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in ascending order. So there we go, VLOOKUP. Now let's take a look at this VLOOKUP. The lookup value. What are we looking up? What? That's going to be the employee ID. The table array. Where? What? Where? That's where it's at. And the column index number, when you find this matching value inside this table array, which column is it in? So for the employee name, right here, which column is Excel gonna be able to find it in? Column 1, column 2, or column 3? If you're looking for the employee name, it's going to be in column 2. If you're looking for the department, it's going to be in column 3. Y'all hang in there. Hang in there. Just doing a VLOOKUP for Thomas. And this is something that you can look forward to. Those of you that just want to learn, I just want to know how to write a formula. All right. So the VLOOKUP table array. Another thing that you can do is press Shift F3. So Shift F3, let me tell you what that shortcut is. Shift plus F3. Shift F3 opens up. Shift F3 opens up your function arguments. And this is another way of writing your formula. So let me start over here. We know you want to do a VLOOKUP. You can say equals VL. There's your VLOOKUP. And now we can go ahead and tab right into it. Tab. And then you can press Shift F3. And here you begin to follow. Excel begins to tell you, right, the lookup value. What is it? Okay, so I'm going to click right here in the lookup values. Boom, what am I looking up? A2. The table array. Which is the table? Well, it's going to be this table right here. There we have it. And then Thomas, if you really wanted to get fancy, you could actually make that a defined range, give it a name. More on that in another class. The column index number. Whoops. So here we got it. The lookup value. What are we looking up? A2. Right there, the employee ID. Where are we looking it up? In the table array. We drew out the table already right back here. And which column is it in? The employee name right here. It's column number 1. So I'm going to type in number 1 right there. So here we go. Column index number 1. Boom. There we have it. And then for the range lookup, this is if you want an exact match. By default, it's going to be an exact match, but you can go ahead and type it. Boom. Whoops. Lookup value, that one, where we're looking it up. Column index number 2. It's column 2. See what happens? Look, I told it column 1 in it. What did it look up? It looked up 3325 in column 1. So I just got to change that to column 2 right here. 2. Boom. And there it is. Employee 3325 is Bubba Joe. So we can hear some angels. And now look at this. We want to know the department. So we can put another VLOOKUP in there. And all we really would have to do here is we can just left click and drag. But you got to be careful of something. We got to make sure that the references stayed in place. This B2, it's actually supposed to be A2. Boom. Whoops. And then this, see, it's got to be this range over here. And then I press enter. Whoops. That's column 3. Boom. There you have it. Let's do this again. Here, this is the correct way to write this formula. Okay. What are you looking up? A2. And if you're going to copy it on over, you might as well just anchor all this stuff right here. Just press F4. Boom. And it anchors everything. And then now when you move this formula on over, it's probably still going to be wrong because this didn't update to 3. All right. So, Thomas, here's your VLOOKUP. Okay. There's your VLOOKUP. That's looking up 3325. And then here we're going to write another VLOOKUP. Equals VLOOKUP. You're going to tab right into it. Then the lookup value is A2. Where are you looking it up? Right here in this table array. Right there. You can grab the table headers, everything. Or the the headers for that range. Then we put in a comma. What column is the answer we're looking for? It's in column 3 for the department. Employee ID is column 1, employee name column 2, and department column 3. Boom. And then we can just close parentheses and enter. Whoops. We forgot the exact match. See that? We want to go with an exact match. Now we press enter, and there we have it. Just like that. So you saw, there's something that I'm about to teach in the basics, relative referencing. When I copy this formula, I just copy it over. Everything shifts over, you see? Grab that formula, move it on over. And then when I look right here, everything just moved over. Everything remained relative. Relative cell references. Now check this out. Let me get back to the right formula. That's the right formula. Okay, now watch this. Let's say I want to have this formula explained to me. Wait, what's this formula all about, Billy? So you can just take it and copy it, see? And go to your Excel formula bot. I got another computer on this side that I got to make sure it stays on. All right. So here in the Excel formula bot, right up there, you can generate a formula. You can also explain a formula. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put in that VLOOKUP, and then I'm going to have the Excel formula bot explain it to me. So I submit processing, and here it is, explaining what that VLOOKUP did. So I'm wondering if I click on this cell, if it's going to insert that explanation. There it is right there. All right, close Excel formula bot. And the VLOOKUP function looks up the value in cell A2 in the range A4 through C14. The value 3 is used as a third argument, indicating that the formula, so it fully is explaining to you exactly how this formula works right in there. The VLOOKUP function. So isn't that pretty cool? The Excel formula bot is going to show you what that does. Now check this out. I put my marquee right over. Look up value A2. Look up value A2 in A4 through A14, and return the matching value in C4 to C14, in B4 to C14. Okay. So let me copy this. I'm going to put the marquee right there. Let me go to Excel formula bot. And I'm going to say generate a formula right in here. So I put in my question. See, this is why it's so important that you know the basics of Excel before you can even use the AI. You got to ask it. All right. So look up value A2 in A4 to A14 and return the matching value in B4 through C14. Now I wonder if it's going to actually give me a VLOOKUP, because I use XLOOKUP now instead of VLOOKUP. So let me just go ahead and submit. Boom. Let's see what it processes for us. Oh, it did give me a VLOOKUP. That is pretty cool. And then now let's go right ahead and just insert it into the current cell. And look at that. Pretty cool. I'm glad you asked, Thomas. So there you have it. Check in the descriptions. You'll see the link to Excel formula bot. But then again, let's say, when you copy this formula over, we still got to understand about relative referencing. We're just lucky that it's giving us corporate manager here, and Bubba Joe just happens to be a corporate manager. But that's not the right answer, because if you look at the formula, that's why Excel is considered the world's most dangerous program. So what we do here is, references have to be updated. There's something we still haven't learned yet. We just stopped for a moment while we answered Thomas's question. And it gave us an opportunity to learn about the Excel formula bot. Now, let me clear this out. And then let me just say, look up A2 in A4 to C14 and return the matching values. Let's take a look. So I'm asking Excel to look up A4 in A2. That's this right here, A2. Look up A2 in A4 through C14, that range, and return the matching values. I wanted to return both the employee and the department. Let's just see. Let this hide me out. Let's get the drum roll ready. Look at that. It gave me a next lookup. Isn't that cool? X lookup. And now all I do right over here is I insert it into the current cell where my marquee is. It didn't give me the right X lookup because I didn't ask the right question. A2. I didn't ask the question right. Shift F3. The lookup array. It's actually, I asked it wrong. I asked the question wrong. Okay. It needs to look it up in A4 through A14. Okay, so let me, because we're looking it up in this column right here, employee ID. That's what we're looking at. We're looking up employee ID in this column. I told it to look it up in everything. Now we just need to look up that employee ID and then return the matching values. Let me redo this question. Look up A2 in A14 to in A4 to A14 in A4 to A14 and return the matching values. That's all I'm saying. Look up A2 in A4 to A14 and return the matching values. So now let's try that. So let's delete that formula. This is why you got to know the basics. You got to know what to ask. So let's go ahead and submit. Let's do that drum roll again. Boom. Now let's insert into the current cell. Look up A2. Yeah. The way I asked it. Look up A2 and A4 to A14 and return the matching values in B4 to C14. Yeah, let's do it. Insert. Look at that. We got it right when we asked the right questions, right? I mean, isn't that how it is in life? This is why I always share this formula with everybody. This one right here. E plus R equals O. E plus R equals O. So we use that for AI. We use that in communications. And it is, what is the outcome that we desire? That's what we're focused on. So an event has occurred. Something happened. We want to solve a formula. We have some sort of personal problem, some sort of conflict, or just solve a formula, which is a problem. The event. Well, then we skip from the event straight to the outcome. What is the outcome that we desire? And based on that outcome, we formulate our response. And in this case, with the AI formula bot, that's how we formulate our question. We need to look something up. That's the event. What's the outcome? Well, the outcome is I want to know the corporate manager in the department. The response is, what question am I going to ask to give me that outcome? And that's what we did here. All right. So I'm glad you asked the question, Thomas. I know that was a long answer, but we got to test out the formula bot, and other people got to see what they got to look forward to. So we did a VLOOKUP and an XLOOKUP. And what I like about the XLOOKUP, I use it a lot more. I don't really use the VLOOKUP anymore. One formula in one cell took care of two, because the formula is right in here. When I click on C2, you'll notice that in the formula bar, this is grayed out. And I want you to check something else out. It's called a spill. So you see this little blue line right here? That's called a spill. The formula was pulled in right in here, but it spilled over because we asked it to look up the department also. So now let's go back. All right, those of you that are, feeling a little bit lost right now, we kind of got ahead of ourselves. Now we're coming back to the basics. So we got A3 plus B3, C A4 plus B4, and A5 plus B5. Let me show the formulas. Let me go to our formulas, and right up in here it says show formulas. And notice the shortcut is Control tilde. So show formulas, and here we see that this is A3 plus B3, A4 plus B4, A5 plus B5. So what we have here is cell referencing. This formula references A3 and B3. And then when we copy the formula down, the formula remained relative. It's still AB, but now here it's A4 plus B4, and here's A5 plus B5, because this is cell A5 and that's cell B5. That's called relative referencing. So now you know cell referencing and relative cell referencing. Ooh, man, we've kind of learned a lot already. If you've been paying attention, that's why you got to pay so much attention when I'm live streaming, because there's a lot of information that's covered. Because we don't get mad. We get skills. So now, why don't you try it? Let's kick it up a notch. What we're going to do here is we want to write a formula that gives us the total of the prices, including the tax, plus the shipping. Don't tax the shipping. And we do this all the time when we're shopping. If you live someplace where there's sales tax, you've done this calculation in your mind. So the first thing that we enter is an equal sign. And then we say, Excel, price. And then we put in the multiplier. Times tax. A4 times B1. Now look, check this out. I can just highlight this. And I can press F9. 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 And what it does is it shows me the answer, 99 cents. And then I undo. So A4 times B1 plus, that gives me, sometimes this is what I see, plus shipping. I see that a lot. And then I get that answer, which is obviously the wrong answer because the price already is $12. It's more than what you're coming up with the total here. So here we see that the A4 times B1 is giving us the tax amount. So that tax amount, we want to go ahead and add it back into the price. And then we add the final item. Because look right now, look at this calculation. I press F9. It's $12.99. We still got to add the shipping, right? Control Z. Plus shipping. So there's your formula. It's A4 times the tax, right? And we just, the fact that we put a percentage symbol in there, this percentage symbol, that tells Excel that that's a percentage. And to multiply it as a percentage, we don't have to put A4, how is it that y'all do it? Times 1.825 or something like that. We don't need to do that. Excel takes care of everything for us. We just need to know this right here, the basics. 7 steps to Excel success. VIP membership teaches you that. And so now we can press enter. Yes, we're all happy. We hear angels. Watch this carefully because we're about to learn something new. This is relative referencing, cell referencing. And then when we copy the formula down, we're going to have relative cell referencing, right? Watch what's going to happen. I'm going to double click on the autofill handle right here. This is the autofill handle right there. Just going to double click on it. Click, click, and it copied my formula down. And we got some problems right here, right? We're looking at it going, that doesn't look right. We know this one's right. But 15 plus 3 is 18. What happened to the tax rate? This one's a value error. There's, I think, 6 or 8 errors in Excel, and value error is one of them. You could always go click on this notification, and you see what it's telling us? It's telling us right there that a value, a value used in the formula is the wrong data type. That means we got conflicting values. You're going to see in a moment what I'm talking about. And this $80, and this person was in the wrong part of Las Vegas. They got ripped off. So here's what happened. Let's view all these formulas. Look at that. We put our formula in right here. A4 times B1 plus A4 plus B4, correct. Then we went over here. Look at that. Notice this? Whoops. Look at that. That's supposed to be up here. That's supposed to be tax rate. It moved down. Relative cell referencing. Look at this one. It went, let me click on it. This one's saying take A6 plus B3. A6 times B3. A6, the price, times the shipping. Relative referencing. Everything moved down. Do you know how to multiply numbers times letters? Excel doesn't either. Some of you are saying that's algebra, but we're solving for something in algebra. We're solving for a number. That's what that. We're not multiplying the letters times the numbers. We're trying to figure out what that letter is. Here in this case, we're trying to multiply A6 times shipping. So that's why we get a value error. One value is text, one value is numbers. And therefore, we get a value error. Yes. And then this guy right here, I mean, look what happened. 25 got multiplied times 2 instead of 8.25%. Now that's a big difference. This is why Excel is the world's most dangerous program. You don't know how to use it. So what we want to do is we can just go in here and manually, I mean, that's what people that don't, are not part of the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership. That's what they do. They go right in here and you're saying to yourself, yeah, that's easy. We can go ahead and start updating the reference because that it needed to be B1 all the way down. Yeah, it's easy here because we just got 4 rows you're fixing, right? But what about when you have 15,000 rows and you got to change your formula in all 15,000 rows? You're going to quit your job. You're going to say, I hate Excel. So, there we have it. Look, and here's the power of Excel. I can say that the tax rate is 0 and everything updates, right? I can change the tax rate to 7.25, right? That's the power of Excel. So now let's go right back here, delete that. We could ask, the Excel formula bot to generate that formula for us. But we're not, because we need to learn the basics first before we start asking the Excel formula bot. While we're learning, we can ask the Excel formula bot to explain things to us. That's cool. How would you ask it this? Let's not go there. We're still working on this formula. What's going to make this formula work so that when I double click on the autofill handle, I don't have these issues? Well, absolute cell referencing. Because we know that the problem that happened here was that relative cell references caused my error. My cells, my references remained relative. What I want to do is I want to keep them all at B1. So the way to do that is to turn B1 into an absolute reference. So you've got cell referencing, then you've got relative cell referencing. Now you got absolute cell referencing. We're going to make that B1 all the way down. In other words, we're going to anchor B1. Because, like when you're on a boat and you're floating, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I like this spot right here in my boat. And then you begin to drift away. But you're saying, I want to stay over there. So if you want to stay over here, what do? Drop the anchor. That's right. So anchors in Excel are dollar signs. So we're going to put a dollar sign right before the column. And that's going to anchor the column. And then I'm going to put a dollar sign right before the row number. And that's going to anchor the row number. When you anchor the column, that means that this cell is going to go up and down this column, but it's not going to go to any other row. It's only going to go this way because the column's anchored. But the row's not. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. It's going to stay in this column right here. And if I anchor the row, that means it's going to stay in row 1. When you don't anchor the row, let me take that out. When it's just anchoring the column, well, that means that this cell reference is going to always remain in column B. But it's going to go to B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. If I just go right ahead and anchor the row, like in this case, you notice the dollar sign is right before the row number. That means that it's going to, my cell reference can go across any column, but it's only going to stay in row 1. It's not going to go to any other rows. In this case, we want to make sure that it stays in this column and it stays in this row, right in there. So we add our dollar sign to the column. So what we've done is we've anchored the column and the row. The marquee is not going anywhere. This cell reference is not going anywhere. Now we press enter. Now when we double click on the autofill handle, celebrate. Celebrate because now we see what just happened, right? Watch this. I'm going to teach you a shortcut. So let's go right ahead and delete these formulas. And I'm going to say equals A4 times B1. Now I'm going to anchor it. And the way that we're going to anchor it is we're going to type F4. F4. Remember this for as long as you're using Excel for the rest of your Excel career. F4 is your friend. F4 is your friend. Okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to press F4 when we want to anchor. And you see, every time that I press F4, it moves my anchor. So F4, now the column and the row are anchored. I press F4 again, and now only the row is anchored. I press F4 again, and now only the column is anchored. And I press F4 again, and now there's no anchor. 99% of the time, you're going to press F4, and you're going to be fine just like that. And then we're going to say plus the prices plus the shipping, just like that. And then we press enter. And now when we copy the formula down, nice. So now you know, you've learned cell referencing, relative cell referencing, and absolute cell referencing. Anchoring. And now we're moving along. Now you're beginning to understand what was going on when I was answering Thomas's question back over here, and we're copying the VLOOKUP over, moving that VLOOKUP over, and the answer was coming out weird because everything was remaining relative, and I had to fix it. And I started trying to anchor, and then I said, nah, let's just wait and go back to the basics. And then in the end, I said, you know what? Let's just do an XLOOKUP, because XLOOKUP is way more fun than VLOOKUPs now. But there is a place for VLOOKUP at some point. I think I could pretty much do everything with an XLOOKUP though nowadays. Copy our formula down, and we are winners. Remember to go to the 7 Steps of Excel Success VIP membership. Look, just go right in here into your browser, whichever browser it is, and just make it easy for yourself. Just type myexcel.club. Boom, myexcel.club. And there you have it. Just like that. Take a look. $7 a month. You probably already spent more than $7 today. Learn how to write basic formulas, because we're going to cover all the 7 steps to Excel success. Today's only step 3. And all of that is in this course right here, the 7 steps to Excel success. One of my top selling courses. This course that you see right up above me right here, Shortcuts, Tips, and Tricks. I got about, I think like 35,000 students in that class right there. Whew, busy guy. Right here is the Excel Easy Workshops, a bunch of workshops that I've done. You got access to them in here. Pivot table skills, Excel Basics live class. I teach this class live, all 7 steps. It's about an hour and a half each day. So for 5 days, we go over all 7 steps. And then we got a community. So whenever you sign in, there's going to be a community tab where you click on, and there you go. You can go into the community and ask questions. Check out the calendar. There's workshops coming up all the time. Go to the main menu. Check out to see what kind of live workshops are coming out. These are not included in your 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership. I'm thinking about just including everything in there. But you do get a special discount. So you want to check it out. Just keep getting yourself some skills. I'm telling you, knowing Excel changed my life, and it's changed a whole lot of people's lives that I worked with. Because you probably don't know how to use Excel. You think you do. I'm telling you, thousands of people I've trained. Here's the auto sum. All right, so what we're going to do right here is we're not going to write a formula like we were writing, where we put equals. We're going to say equals that cell plus that one 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 plus that one. Look at that formula. It looks pretty, yeah? Pretty colorful. Nice. And then you press enter, and there's your answer. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. But look, check this out. What if suddenly your boss goes, hey, I'm sorry to tell you this. I know you've been working really hard on that, but we forgot to add a couple of companies. Q1, we had an additional $10,000 in earnings. Cool. Now I want you to take a look. Right here, okay? At the total. It's 38,013. When I press enter, it should be what? 48,000, another 10,000. Boom, what happened? Nothing. Let's look at the formula. The formula updated. The formula remained relative. This particular cell reference was never part of this formula. And it's never going to be part of that formula unless I include it in there. So in this case, you could easily go in there and say, oh, it's E2 plus E3 plus click E4 plus boom. And now we're good right there, right? But, what if you had a whole bunch more data? You're going to go through and fix everything? No. We want to learn how to use Excel properly. And in this case, yeah, that's a correct formula. But now we're going to kick it up a notch. We're moving from just simple basic formulas to begin to use Excel functions. What's a function? Let's take a look at the Formulas tab. In the Formulas tab, you have a function library. Logical functions, text functions. You hover over any one of these and it explains it to you. And then you can tell me more. Or you can just ask Mr. Aloha. So functions are pre-programmed formulas in Excel. When you write a formula, it's you doing all the thinking. When you use a function, it's Excel applying the formula that it has as a function. So when you use functions, Excel is doing the math. When you write the formula from scratch, you're doing the math. What we're going to work on today is the auto sum. That little technique that I use to sum up all the numbers at once. Take a look right there. Let me hover over this one more time. Let's see if I can freeze this in place. Oh, I can't. Take a quick look though. What's the shortcut for the sum? You see right there? It says in parentheses alt equal. That's a shortcut for the sum, alt equal. And what I did here is I can put my marquee where I want the answer to go and press alt equal. And it puts in the sum function right there for me. And it's saying I'm going to sum these numbers because that's what it looks like. Those are the only numbers I can sum right there. And so it sums those numbers for me. Boom. And there we have it, right? Cool. All right. Or I can just highlight these numbers that I want to sum and then press alt equal and like spit them out right there just like that. You know, you could then put in your sum function in one place and then add it all up right here. And then maybe right here, you can just bring it all the way over here. Whoops, this is not the right one. So we put in sum function right there. Boom. Like that. Okay. And so you're taking a bunch of different steps when you could have just selected non-adjacent ranges and then use your shortcut, alt equal. Wha-bam. Just like that. But let's come back to the auto sum and get into some functions. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to find the total revenue, the average revenue, the largest amount, and the smallest amount. And for that, we're going to use the auto sum tool, this one right here. Now notice in the auto sum tool, this is the auto sum tool that's in the formulas tab. Click on the drop down. There's my sum. There's an average. There's a count, max, and a min. Oh, cool. That tool is so commonly used that it's in our home tab. So when you go to the home tab, you go to the editing group, and right there's the auto sum. You click on the drop down, sum, average, count, numbers. Now check this out. This is the quick access toolbar. Hey, where's my quick access toolbar? Did I accidentally hide it? Show quick access toolbar. Boom. Where is my quick access toolbar? Oh, here it is. Wow. Show above the ribbon. What's up with my quick access toolbar? Huh. Where's my quick access toolbar? Add to quick access toolbar. This is the weirdest thing. So I'm using a beta version of Excel, I'm part of the Office Insiders program. And what happens is sometimes Excel gets kind of weird. And then I got to close it. And then I got to open it back up. All right. And let's go back to the auto sum. And take a look. All right. So now, where is, that is the weird. Add to quick access tool. Oh, this is a brand new computer I'm working on right here. Right on this screen over here to this side is a separate computer I'm working on. And that's my old computer that's all set up. You know, when I opened up Excel, all my Excel, my all my quick access toolbar is all customized. Everything is all set up already. Okay, so this is a brand new computer, so everything that I'm doing in Excel here, it's not fully set up yet. You know, all of my Alt FT advanced. I was just setting up this morning all of my custom fill series, all of my custom lists. And so I didn't think that's why my quick access toolbar is not fully customized. So let me go ahead and show it below the ribbon. There it is. I'm used to seeing my quick access toolbar with a lot of things, so I had to add something to it. So look at that. I click on the drop down. Let me remove this from the quick access toolbar. And where would the quick access tool be? Now you see, now you can't see quick access toolbar in this version that I have of Excel. So let me add the format painter to the quick. Oh, here it is right here. There it is. It's down here. That little down arrow. So now, yeah, let's start adding. Let's add the. Let's start adding some buttons. Let's go right over here to the home tab, and right here the auto sum. Watch this. I'm gonna add the auto sum. I'm gonna right click and add it to the quick access toolbar. There's the auto sum right there. But you'll notice something. It doesn't have that little drop down that gives us the sum, the average, count, maximum. Okay, so let's go back over here. Right click, remove it from the quick access toolbar. And let's click on the little drop down right here. That little bitty drop down arrow. Right click it, add to quick access toolbar. And there it is. We got everything. Let's add a couple more items. Right click on the format painter, add it to the quick access toolbar. Another tool that I like to use is, let's go right over here and page layout. I think, oh, there's another really cool one. Right click, customize the quick access toolbar, and I'm going to find the camera tool. Check this out. I'm going to go to all commands. Billy, this was about formulas. I know, but you know, there's a lot going on now. And let's find the camera tool and let's add it. And now you're going to have to tell us about the camera tool. I'll do that in another lesson. But the camera tool, basically, I can just take an image of something, and then I can go to, you know, anywhere, another document, whatever I want. And this right here, my camera is viewing what I'm monitoring. I took a snapshot of this right here. And that's it right there. And it's live. I mean, I can put this anywhere I want. And watch, I'm going to take this amount, make that 0, the first amount, click. And now you see right here, the first amount is a 0 also. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, that's the camera tool. We keep customizing our quick access toolbar. All right, so now let me just take it out. That was weird. I was like, what happened to my quick access toolbar? All right, so delete that. And now let's insert the sum function. We're going to put our marquee where we want the answer to go. And we're going to go right up to our auto sum in our quick access toolbar right up here. And we're just going to select it. Click, and there it is. Look what it did. It said, hey, sum all this. Why is it not summing including this? Because it's text. That's right. It's a different value. It's text value. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and left click and drag and tell Excel that's what I want to sum, E239. I press enter. Now for the average revenue, I come back over here to my auto sum and click on the drop down and say average. Click average. Before I do that, let's insert another row right here like we did the last time. Control plus. Let's add another $10,000. Now I want you to look right here when I add that $10,000. Watch. Boom. It worked. There we go. Ooh, I got to go to the gym. All right. We're going to wrap this up pretty soon here. Control minus. And now for the average revenue, we're going to go back up to the auto sum and say average. And Excel is saying, hey, the average of that number right above us? No, the average of this range right here. Boom. Then I press enter. And then for the largest amount, we're going to say, hey, give me the max. The max of those two? No, the max of this range. So you select it, press enter. And then the smallest amount, the min, is it the min of these? No, it's the min of this range. And you're saying to yourself, hey, Billy, but what if this range was like 3,000 rows? Are you going to click and drag all 3,000 rows? No, I'm going to just use a navigation shortcut, Control Shift, arrow down to select the range that I need. 7 steps to Excel Success VIP membership. You'll learn all that. Boom. And there you have it. Now we can just grab our answers here. See? Let me slide it over here so you can see it. There's a sum function, the average function, the max, and the min. All included right in there for you nicely. Then we can just copy the formulas on over and angels. All right. And then now let's do this one, where you're going to go ahead and select multiple non-adjacent ranges. And then you're going to use the auto sum shortcut. Let's take a look. What is this shortcut for the auto sum? Alt plus equal. It's telling you right there, Alt plus equal. Whenever there's shortcuts, Excel will tell you the shortcut in the tooltip that appears. So now what we want to do is apply one of our skills that we learned in the 7 steps to Excel Success and select multiple non-adjacent ranges, just like that. And then we can just press Alt equal and we won. You get to keep your job, or you got hired just because you know how to do this. This right here gets you a job, guaranteed. I mean, I've seen spreadsheets with no formulas in them. I've seen spreadsheets where, wow, that looks really nice. And I start clicking to see the formulas. There's no formulas in them. People were just using a calculator to calculate and then typing in the answer. So look, multiple non-adjacent ranges. To select multiple non-adjacent ranges, so I want to select, let's see here. Okay, I want to select all the cells containing the word data. Okay, so like if you wanted to select all of these cells containing the word data, you can select the entire range like that. You've selected more than just the cells containing the word data. You just want to select the cells containing the word data. Those are called non-adjacent cells. So to do that, you got to use the control key. So you click on one, press the control key, click, 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 click while you're holding the control key. Select multiple non-adjacent ranges while you're holding the control key. And you can press Control B to bolden, Control I to italicize, Control U to underline, Control U to take out the underline, Control I to take out the italicize, Control B to undo the bold, or to take out the bold, to turn it off. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go right ahead and select this range. And then to select this range and this range, we got to hold down the what? The control key. That's right. So hold down the control key, select, hold down the control key, select. So now you see we've got multiple non-adjacent ranges selected. Now we're going to go right ahead and do the auto sum. And the shortcut for the auto sum is what? Alt equal. You got it. You just performed a bunch of calculations at once. Now for the average monthly sales, largest monthly sales, minimum monthly sales, I'll share that with you at another moment. Or you can just ask me in the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership. Remember to go to myexcel.club. All right, you get all these courses. All of these are included for the $7 a month. It's not $247 for that, $34.99, $64.99. It's not. That's what it would be if you purchased these individually. But for $7 a month, you're gonna get all those courses included in there, plus the community access. You should just see what people are saying. Just check it out. Keep on rolling. And you know what? We even got an app, so you can stay connected the whole time learning Excel. Come on now. Let's keep on rolling. This is the last thing we're gonna do. we're going to go ahead and do a 3D referencing. And you know, I'm just going to show you. And then you can rewind the video, or you can check out the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership. And we'll do a one-on-one, and I'll show you personally how to do this. But you got to be a member first. So what's the shortcut to insert the auto sum? Alt equal. But boom, there it is. And now Excel is saying, hey, what do you want to sum? Well, we want to sum quarter 1 all the way to quarter 4. Oh yeah? Yeah, that's what we want to do. Okay. And what is it that you want to sum in quarter 1 to quarter 4? You see right here? I selected quarter 1 to quarter 4. Boom, right there. Well, what is it that you want to sum in quarter 1 to quarter 4? Now, I want you to notice this. Look at the formula that's being built for us. Right here. It says it's the sum of Q1 through Q4. And these, anything inside the little quotation marks or apostrophes, these are worksheets, Q1 through Q4. Now take a look here. When you go down to take a look at the names of the worksheets, they're called Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Begin with the end in mind, habit number 2 of highly effective people. We didn't want to spell out quarter, Q-U-A-R-T-E-E-R, quarter, because we didn't want the formula to be super long, spelling out quarter 1 to quarter 4. So we just put Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, because these worksheets are going to appear in our formula. Now Excel is saying sum Q1 through Q4. What is it that we want to sum in Q1 through Q4? Well, this formula started in the Hawaii totals. So now we select cell F5, which is the totals for Hawaii. And then we press enter. Oh, I got it in there twice. And let's start it over here. Okay. It's equal, alt equal, sum what? Let me minimize here so you can see me grab the worksheets. Sum Q1, and I'm going to hold down the shift key to group them through Q4. Click. And I've selected Q1 through Q4. What is it we're summing in Q1 through Q4? F5. And then I press enter, and there we have it, just like that. Have you noticed that whenever I've had errors here, it's just me making the error? So there you have the formula, the sum of quarter 1 through Q4, cell F5. Now we double click on the autofill handle, and there's our summary. Just like that. And this is the sum of Q1 through Q4, F7. Because when you look at California, the total sales for California are in cell F7, right? And if you notice, first quarter, the months, Hawaii, Nevada, California, Alaska, it's F5 for the total sales for Hawaii. Alaska is in F8. You know, they're all in these cells right here, right? F5 through F8. Now, when I go to Q2, check it out. It's the same. The total sales for Hawaii are in cell F5. The total sales for Alaska are in cell F8. I go to Q3, it's the same layout. That's why this works. Let's do this one more time. Now we're going to say alt equal, or we can just say equals SUM, sum, and then we can tab right into it, and we can go to Q1. Let me minimize. We're going to go to quarter 1. We're going to hold the shift key before we press Q4 so that we can group everything in between. Then we take a look at our formula. It's still missing one reference. It's summing worksheets Q1 through Q4, foreign cell. What cell are we summing? And in this case, right now, it's cell F5. We press enter. Then we can just go right ahead and double click on our autofill handle to copy our formula down, and we celebrate. There you have it, my friends. That's how you do it. Join the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership and ask me some questions. Keep on coming back to the live streams, and we're going to keep on learning. You see how Thomas just asked me a question, and we just kind of gravitated into another world, and we learned a few more things. So, my friends, like I always say, I love you. I want you to keep on learning. I'm heading to the gym right now. That's why I kind of rushed a little in the end, but you can rewind or join the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership because, like I said, I love you. I want you to keep on learning. I'm giving it all I got for you. And most of all, don't get mad. Get yourself some skills. Aloha. See you on Monday.